Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. Here's my $500 1999 Yamaha Blaster 200 and it's time for the first ride. What I'm going to do is I'm going to intravenous bottle it. You see the nice filter there, and I'm going to run it on this 2-cycle stuff, this 40-to-1. I also put another few extra drops of oil in there to make sure that I have enough lubrication. I don't want to blow things up. This has a manual clutch, so quick recommendation before you get too far out with this thing. I put it in first, I squeezed the clutch in and I rocked it, and it does roll. Then you let go of it and it stops because you're trying to turn the engine. Kind of important, right? Because the last thing you want to do is be trying to get it into gear while the clutch is dragging along, right? That'll beat up on your transmission pretty good. I also noticed as I was poking around the engine, I think this engine was apart. It looks like it's got a different gasket for the far side cover. We put gas in the intravenous bottle, comes down, and you notice the filter is not filling. That means the needle valve is stuck in there. Carburetor is probably going to have to come apart, but I'm going to try one quick trick first. So I gave it a quick blast of carburetor cleaner. I'm really hoping for the best. I'd like to get a ride out of this thing before the repairs begin. You can see we have gas to the carburetor. Turns out the carburetor wasn't plugged up. It turns out one of those mud gobblers or whatever they're called built a little nest in here. Anyway, so we have gas to the carburetor, and the carburetor seems to be taking fuel, and you can tell all that with a clear fuel filter, because you can actually watch it glug a little in and then stop. So perfect, we have fuel. I just got to grab the keys. We'll set up the camera and see if this little critter is going to start. All right, wish me luck. Key is on, choke is on. It's been a while. And let's see how she does. Well, so much for my luck. Okay, we're going to try it again, but this time we're going to turn the ignition on. So, on, turn the choke off. It's probably already flooded. We're getting closer. Let's turn the choke on. Choke off. She hasn't been started in a long time. start failure. Lights off. Choke on. Well, we have a failure. So, it did start and run for a few beats. You know, did the normal smoke, sounded pretty good, right? No clang, no bang, no problem. I believe what its issue is, I probably flooded it. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull the plug and take a look at it. I'm going to do a bunch of this stuff off camera because watching a fat guy try to kickstart a Yamaha blaster is almost as exciting as watching paint dry. So first thing I'm going to do is check the plug. I'm a little suspicious of the carburetor because when I did go to bring it up the throttle, it stalled. It seemed to lean out and stall, which makes me wonder if, though the fuel was turned off, fuel wasn't left in the carburetor and it's kind of plugged things up. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to pull the carburetor and dance with that whole mess. I ordered a back bar for it. Hopefully next time you see this, it's wearing it, because it's quite honestly, it's a pain in the neck to move around. I mean, what do you push on, right? I hate to put all that stress on the steering stem when I have to move this thing around. So I'd like to get a grab bar on the back, right? They're pretty cheap for this thing. I bought a heavy duty one. It was like 40 bucks delivered. So quite honestly, almost cheaper than making your own. Right, and I'm sure it'll look a lot better. Anyway, hopefully next time you see this thing, it's running, we're out for a rip. My experience with these is if they don't start on the first kick or two, it needs to be fixed, right? It needs a plug, it needs a carb cleaning, it needs some love to be any good. That's the way most two cycles are. Let's hope it doesn't need it doesn't need the engine to come off, and it doesn't need case seals. I have enough headroom at $500, but that doesn't mean I want to put that much work into the engine right now. I have enough project in pieces without breaking this thing into pieces. So there we are. Once again, I'm going to clean the carb, give it another try. Depending on what it does, well, more than likely I'm going to be in the carburetor after that. Obviously check the spark in there, change the plug probably, depending once again what it looks like, maybe go up to the next hotter. And hopefully this is running without ripping it apart, and hopefully you're seeing it real soon with me riding it with a new lift bar on the back. A new rear lift bar. Any suggestions? I'm open to them. I haven't touched a blaster before this one, and probably almost a quarter century. I think it was back in the late 90s the last time I've been anywhere near one of these. Who knows? Maybe it was even this one. Anyway, I want to thank you all for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. You don't know how many you're going to get, so get out there and have some fun. Bye now.